Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back because I just recorded the first one 10 minutes ago. So welcome back to myself. But today we have one of my dear friends, Farhan, and the thing that we're going to talk about is authenticity. Before we go ahead and run it up, the whole conversation, what I do want to one really important thing that I do want to share is that generally when you watch a podcast, the idea is that, they invite like a really well-informed person, an expert in the field, and wo aake baiठta hai aur apni sari baatein batata hai. Like it's a one-way kind of a thing, So what my intention for the Anna show, this should be a podcast, is that
to bring uninformed people.
Yeah, literally, because I am an uninformed person, Yeah. And also, I think we're all lifelong learners, but also I just wanted this to be an informal conversation between me and whoever else, like friends and people I meet. It could be strangers in the future. Who knows, right? But the core idea is that it's not a one-way thing. It's going to be us sharing what our collective thoughts on whatever we're talking about, because I am a person of a lot of thoughts and a lot of words. तो मुझे भी बोलना है.
Every human being has around 80,000 thoughts in a day, as says Joe Dispenza. Go ahead.
Speaking, bringing Joe Dispenza in the conversation. So anyway, today's conversation is about authenticity, okay? And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Farhan. And so Farhan is a very interesting story, right? He's now a psychotherapist, yes. Right? But once you hear about his background, you're going to be like, huh? Because so unexpected, right? Yeah. So without further ado, Farhan, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
So yeah, Farhan naam hai mera. Introduction, aise hi hai, like Anna said, I'm a psychotherapist now. Lekin just like most of the kids growing up in 80s and 90s and some of the kids today as well, जब आप स्कूल पढ़ रहे होते हो तो नॉर्मली बच्चों का होता है उनको डॉक्टर बनना है, इंजीनियर बनना है. मुझे दोनों में से किसी का कोई शौक़ नहीं था. अपने को बस इतना पता था कि मैट्रिक करना है, कॉलेज करना है, यूनिवर्सिटी पढ़नी है. सो व्हेन आई डिड माय कॉलेज तो उस वक्त पढ़ने में अच्छे थे. घर पे बड़ा लाइक किया जाता था पढ़ने वाले बच्चों को, तो खूब दिल लगा के पढ़ा. तो मैं इंजीनियरिंग NED यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लिया. मैंने वहाँ से केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग की और फिर उसके बाद जॉब करने लग गया. तो जब मैं जॉब करना शुरू हुआ, मेरी पहली जॉब थी, आई वाज वर्किंग विद ICI बैक देन. लाहौर में जॉब करता था, कराची से दूर, पहली दफ़ा घर से दूर रहा, अकेला रहा. तो वहाँ पर एक 6-8 महीने काम करने के बाद मुझे ये समझ आ गई कि यार जॉब करना या 2 पैसे कमा लेना इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट, बट इट्स नॉट दैट बिग अ डील कि पूरी ज़िंदगी की स्ट्रगल उसमें निकल जाए. पैसे तो इंसान कमा ही लेता है. कभी शौक़ नहीं था ज़्यादा पैसे कमाने का, बंगला गाड़ी इन सब चीज़. बस ये था कि यार गरीब ना रहूँ. तो जब जॉब स्टार्ट हुई और अच्छी कंपनीज़ में जॉब होना स्टार्ट हुई, अच्छी कंपनी में जॉब हुई, 6-8 महीने काम किया और देखा अच्छा यार आप काम कर रहे हो तो चीज़ें आगे बढ़ रही हैं. पीपल अप्रिशिएट यू इफ़ यू डू गुड वर्क, इफ़ यू पुट इन योर हार्ड वर्क, इफ़ यू स्टे ट्रूथफुल. अगर आप किसी के साथ कोई धोखाधड़ी या इस तरह नहीं कर रहे हैं, यू आर हेल्पिंग एवरीवन, सपोर्टिंग एवरीवन, डूइंग योर वर्क, दैट्स ऑल दैट इज़ नीडेड. एंड फॉर मी हिटिंग दैट रियलाइजेशन, मुझे समझ आ गई कि अच्छा यार अब ज़िंदगी यही है कि मतलब आज मैं इंजीनियर लगाऊँ, जूनियर इंजीनियर लगाऊँ, कल को मैं प्रमोट होकर मैनेजर बन जाऊँगा, फिर मैं ऑपरेशन मैनेजर, डायरेक्टर, CEO, व्हाटएवर. ये है, ये रास्ते बने हुए मेरे सामने. और वो देख के ना एक अजीब सा एक रियलाइजेशन हुई कि यार पता नहीं ये सब मुझे चाहिए भी है कि नहीं है. And for the first time I realized in my life that I didn't have anything that I actually wanted to do. I've just been doing things. तो since then मतलब I've had a good career. पिछले 10-12 साल अच्छा काम किया, बड़ी जगहों पे भी काम किया. लेकिन वो जो एक क्वेश्चन था कि यार चाहते क्या हो, that never left me. एंड चूँकि काम करना और काम को एंजॉय करना इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वैल्यूज़ ऑफ माई लाइफ. सो इन ऑर्डर टू बिल्ड इंटरेस्ट इन माई जॉब, व्हाट आई डिड वाज कि मैंने वो चीज़ें करना शुरू की जिनसे मुझे अच्छा लगता था. मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ कि यार जब भी मैं दूसरों की हेल्प आउट करता हूँ, दूसरों को सपोर्ट करता हूँ, दूसरों की ग्रोथ में कंट्रीब्यूट करता हूँ, उसकी जो खुशी होती है वो प्राइसलेस होती है. एंड समहाउ because I had come across the question at that time कि यार ज़िंदगी का मकसद क्या है, और मैं उस क्वेश्चन का जवाब ढूंढ रहा था, तो मुझे वो जवाब जो है वो इस सूरत में मिला कि यार ज़िंदगी का मकसद जो है वो ये कि whatever you touch, whoever you touch, how do you add value into it? एक चीज़ जो चूँकि लोगों के अंदर वैल्यू ऐड करना मेरा एक प्राइमरी इंटरेस्ट था, तो साइकोलॉजी में इंटरेस्ट रहा, किताबें पढ़ना शुरू की, और ओवर द इयर्स बहुत सारी किताबें पढ़ी आउट ऑफ शेयर इंटरेस्ट एंड प्योर जॉय के यार जस्ट फॉर द लर्निंग ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट। और फिर मैंने देखा कि यार उसका फ़ायदा कितना हो रहा है, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे बाहर जाके आप इंसानों के साथ कोई भी दुनिया का काम कर रहे हो, वो किसी और इंसान के साथ इंटरेक्ट करके कर रहे हो, बगैर किसी के साथ इंटरेक्ट किए नहीं, अकेले कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हो इस दुनिया में। तो वो जो चीज़ें मैं पढ़ रहा था, समझ रहा था, और जाके जब मैंने उसको अपने वर्क प्लेस पे, अपने रिलेशनशिप्स में और हर जगह पे अप्लाई करना शुरू किया, तो आई रियलाइज कि यार लर्निंग अबाउट ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी इज सच अ बेसिक skill, and more than that it's a basic skill for the outside world, it's a basic skill for learning about ourselves as well. And then करते करते thank God आजकल आपका मेंटल हेल्थ को लेके और इन चीज़ों को फोकस बहुत ज़्यादा है, जिसकी वजह से अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ ओपन हो रही हैं जहाँ पे लोग जो इस फील्ड में आना चाहते हैं they can do several licenses, several courses. There are many institutes around the world who provide. So इस तरह एक इंस्टीट्यूट के साथ मेरा आमना सामना हुआ बहरीन के अंदर। वहाँ पर मुझे पता चला कि यार वो साइकोथेरेपी के कोर्सेज कराते हैं, यूके लाइसेंस देते हैं। I went there, I started studying there, and it has been one of the most truly, I would say, transformational experiences of my life. क्योंकि मैं जो भी कर रहा हूँ वो मैं सिर्फ इसलिए कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि उसका मज़ा आ रहा है।
Yeah.
So every moment that I spend in either learning about it or helping my clients, all of that has pure joy associated to it. It helps me live the life that I truly want to live.
Yeah.
So इस तरह से मैं यहाँ पे पहुँचा हूँ, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here.
Thank you for literally like going like, you know, this guy he texted me ये वहाँ से आ रहा था and he's like यार podcast करनी है। करते हैं। No plan whatsoever, बस करते हैं यार। So thank you for sharing, and of course I think for me as well, one of the greatest joys I've realized, because we're talking about authenticity, is when we're truly doing something that is from the heart, right? Authenticity to me means how much love are you expressing when you're doing the thing. क्योंकि हम हमेशा एक बात कहते हैं कि don't go with your feelings, like you know, like don't just blindly follow your feelings, because feelings can be deceptive, right? But the one feeling that is like, you know, like the indicator of authenticity to me is love, because love radiates through your face when you're doing something that you're absolutely in love with. It's like there's this glimmer in your eyes, and आप कितनी देर कर लें, कुछ भी कर लें, you don't feel tired, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not living a lie. Right? And the thing is कि आजकल ज़्यादातर लोगों के साथ ये सीन होता है, and I'll tell you a really interesting story as well. Someone I know reached out to me, and उसने मुझे बोला कि यार मुझे अपनी कंपनी के लिए एक happiness manager चाहिए। सही है? The person didn't want an HR person, they wanted like a happiness manager। हाँ, उसने बोला literally someone with your energy कोई आए बस खुश रखे ये वो। मैंने बोला हाँ हो जाएगा bro, ठीक है। अच्छा, मैंने बोला उसकी तुम्हें क्वालिफिकेशन थी? वो कहने लगा कुछ नहीं, मुझे बस ऐसी या बंदा कोई भी हो, बस लोगों को आके खुश करे, ठीक है। I was like, how hard could that be? So then I started like going through my contact list, right? One after another, and I'm like, ये भी खुश नहीं है, ये भी खुश नहीं है, ये भी खुश नहीं है।
कहाँ से लाऊं खुश बंदा?
Wallahi, bro, I was like, dude, I don't work jobs वरना मैं आगे लोगों को खुश कर देती। Like, I could not find a single person who is perpetually like, you know, कि मुझे ये बात का trust हो, like this person, they're gonna go in the room and they're not pretending to be happy, right? Because it's very easy for people to pretend. It's very easy for people to pretend to like be, oh my God, yeah, I'll motivate you. But if it's not from your heart, just the act of doing that is going to exhaust you.
Of course.
And so I couldn't find a single person who was freaking happy in their life. And the root of that unhappiness is inauthenticity to me. Because people are so tired of playing roles in their lives. ठीक है, वो हर किसी के सामने एक different role play कर रहे होते हैं, that they don't even stop to, जैसे आपने बोला कि यार मैंने अपने आप से पूछा कि मैं चाहता क्या हूँ? What do I even want out of life? How many people actually ask themselves this question?
Absolutely.
And so with that, my question to you is, what do you think is the greatest myth about authenticity?
Oh, nice one. So the greatest myth about us, usually when we talk about authenticity, हम खुद authentic होने की कोशिश करते हैं ना, तो हमारा focus जो होता है authenticity को लेकर वो होता है अपनी identity को maintain करना एक. So this is myth number one. Reason being कि हमें ये लगता है कि हमारी authenticity उस identity के अंदर included है जो कि हमें बताई गई है. ठीक है, which could be things like the language we speak. So for example, someone हमारे type का बंदा जो English और उर्दू mix करके बोल रहा हो, this might be looked at as inauthentic.
Why?
Right? Because for a lot of people who have known only people who speak Urdu from Pakistan, people who speak both languages may not make sense, right?
I don't understand.
So if we're speaking both languages,
ठीक है.
right? बहुत सारे लोगों का वैल्यू सिस्टम ये होगा कि यार अगर हम पाकिस्तानी हैं तो हमें इंग्लिश नहीं बोलनी चाहिए, हमें उर्दू बोलनी चाहिए, right? And now that's a value system. And that's a valid value system.
Yeah.
That's a valid value. There's nothing wrong with that value system. That's a belief. So now with that belief, if they view us, we might appear inauthentic. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's still not, authenticity is not encoded in the language you speak.
Yeah.
It's not encoded in the dress you wear. It's encoded in how you present yourself in a given situation, in a context. It's contextual. It's moment by moment. For example, आप किसी को नहीं जानते. आप सड़क पे जा रहे हैं और आपके पास से एक इंसान गुजरता है. आप उससे बगैर हेलो हाय बोले भी सीधा जा सकते हो. राइट? आप जाते जाते आप उसको हेलो बोल दो. लेकिन आप हेलो बोलते हुए उसकी तरफ देखते भी नहीं हो. ठीक है? आप हेलो सिर्फ इसलिए बोल रहे हो कि यार बुरा ना मान जाए. That's inauthentic. Right? Now, in this moment, authenticity means just if you really want to say hi to that person, चाहे सलाम करना है, hi बोलना है, hello, कुछ भी बोलना है. If you're able to look at that person in the eye and say that with a smile, like you mean it. That person is a stranger, you are a stranger. Both of you will feel that authenticity radiating between you.
Oh my God. Okay. I love that. It just brought me to a really interesting point, what you said. So, you know how हमारे एक culture में एक चीज़ है ना कि चलते फिरते and even with friends, right? We'll ask people, hey, how are you doing? Good, how are you? Good, how are you?
तुम सुना कैसे हो bro? मैं ठीक, तू सुना.
तू सुना.
मैं भी ठीक, तू सुना.
And both of them are not teak, you know? Like, सबसे ज़्यादा inauthentic, like, you know, it's so ingrained in us because what you said, like looking at the other person in the eye, that is a moment that is like, you know, having that presence of connection, of vulnerability. Because vulnerability isn't just me sitting with somebody and being like, "Mao, मैं तुम्हें childhood trauma बताती हूँ."
It's not about that.
You know, it's like how much of my heart can I open up to you, and how much can I meet you at a human, you know, connected level. But I feel like we're so in our devices and we're so busy with our lives कि मतलब कोई चलते फिरते भी एक दूसरे से जब पूछता है कि how's your day going? Yeah, good. But okay, one of my friends, one time, one of my friends called me and they were like, you know, we were generally talking. मैंने उससे पूछा कि hey, how was your day? And yeah, my day was good. I was like, cool. And then 10 minutes later, that same person, because I'm a person who probes, right? मुझे पता होता है when someone says good and they mean like, यार, क्या हाथ में आई हुई है. So I was like, you know, क्या सीन है, क्या चल रहा है, ये वो. And then इतना सारा कुछ निकल के आया कि यार मेरा दिन जहर गुजरा था. I'm miserable, I'm so unhappy and I feel like shit. And the question is that, I mean, or the implication is that because of this inherent disconnect, none of us are authentic with each other, even with our friends, you know.
Absolutely.
हमारा मतलब like हम ऑफिस जाएंगे लोग, सुबह ऑफिस में कॉलीग से पूछेंगे, हाँ, so how was your weekend? Yeah, it was good.
Great weekend, man.
It wasn't. Just, you know, like, but people are so scared to have real conversations.
True.
And with that, the question I want to ask you, I know the answer. But why do you think people are scared to, you know, like tell the truth, not just to themselves, well, not just to other people, but also themselves? Why do you think they're scared? You know the answer to, I know, because, you know.
Yeah, you just mentioned, abhi thodi der pehle hi tumne baat ki thi about vulnerability, right? So, and a lot of time there are different reasons when it comes to these. Again, these are very contextual situations. Agar aap apne kisi I'll put in a context and then answer. Family.
Yeah.
आप ऑफिस से परेशान आए या स्कूल से या कॉलेज से परेशान आए और आप घर आके सबसे अगर आप सबका वालिद साहब या वालदा या कोई भी पूछता है क्या हाल है, कैसे हो, आप कहते हो ठीक हूँ, राइट. In this situation you may not be feeling good, but perhaps the very fact of not being able to explain what you are going through could be too much. So it's easier for you to say, I'm good. Right?
But I feel like, sorry to cut you off. I'm not sorry.
Please do.
Just based off what you said, right? Yes, you might not be able to express what you're going through, but I feel like that in itself is because of the fact that nobody teaches you, because even our parents
Absolutely.
don't know.
So in such situations, it may appear to the mind that because I can't explain the situation, it's better to say I'm good.
क्योंकि आप safe भी तो नहीं feel
But
करते.
in reality, you never learned to say, hey, I'm not feeling good. Perhaps it's too much to explain to you. But can we sit with the fact that I'm not feeling good? Right?
Yeah, but look, here's my thing with that. The reason why we're unable to even get that out is because early on we learned that it's not safe to, like, our emotions are not a safe thing to have. We were I know this is not just my experience. I know there's so many people out there who've experienced this, where growing up you were shamed for your emotions.
Absolutely.
लड़के रोते नहीं है, you know, बच्चों की तरह क्यों रो रहे हो, गुस्सा तो हराम होता है, ये गलत है वो. And you were so, you know, like your authenticity was violated.
Absolutely.
Right? And you were traumatized for a very human experience. And so अब you know, माँ बाप कहते हो मेरे टीनेजर मुझसे बात नहीं करते. Like बचपन में वो रो रहा था, आपने उसको 2-4 बातें सुनाई and आपने उसको like इतना डांटा रोने पे, for what? Like that's a human thing, experience to have. But we shut people out from a very young age. We teach children, मार पड़ेगी तुम्हें अगर तुम रोए, डांट पड़ेगी, ये होगा. And then we're like, oh, पता नहीं, you know, क्या मसला है. So, you know, like, for even somebody to go like, you know, for example, I'm 25 now, and now I have gotten to a point where if there's a lot going on in my life and I don't have the capacity to share it with somebody, I you know, like, instead of lying and being like, yeah, I'm freaking amazing, or you know, like isolating, not replying, I go like, listen, I've got a lot going on, and inshallah, like, once it's better and once I'm excuse me, once I'm in a place where I'm comfortable to talk about it, I will, right? And I do. But a year ago, you wouldn't catch me doing that because I felt so unsafe with my emotions. So I had this shame that I carried. So I was like, agar kisi ko pata chal gaya that I am feeling human, तो फिर तो like scheme out हो जाएगी. There is this inherent shame that comes with those emotions, and I feel like that shame comes from our childhood where we were rejected for our humanness.
देखिए जो ये जो emotions हैं, feelings हैं, psychological education है, for our part of the world, it is still looked at as a luxury.
Or a taboo.
Luxuries are usually looked at as taboos at the same time, right? And so जो generations आज से 20 साल 25 साल पहले थी और जो generations आज भी हैं, उनमें भी major part जो है उनके लिए साइको एजुकेशन, इन चीज़ों की सेल्फ की अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना. आपका अपना सेल्फ जो होता है, इट्स नॉट जस्ट यूजुअली व्हेन वी लुक एट पीपल वी टॉक अबाउट हाउ दे बिहेव एंड वी से वेल दिस इज सेल्फ, हाउ आई बिहेव दैट इज़ माई सेल्फ, बट दैट्स नॉट जस्ट सेल्फ. सेल्फ के अंदर और बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती हैं. सेल्फ के अंदर आता है आपके बिहेवियर्स के साथ साथ आपके क्या कोपिंग स्टैंसेस हैं, आप like what are the set of dominant feelings that you're feeling. When you know what are you feeling about what you are feeling.
Yeah.
What are the belief system, the values that you see in any situation that are jumping to make conclusions about other people or about yourself or about how you feel in a certain situation. So self जो होता है बड़ा एक बड़ा complex part होता है जिसके अंदर जो हमारा behavior है, that's just tip of, if it's an iceberg, तो it's just tip of the iceberg, right? Feelings और feelings के बारे में क्या feel करना और ये that's a lot of awareness, of course, which did not exist. So when that awareness did not exist, people went ahead and dealt with things the way they have seen in their childhood. They went ahead and they dealt with how they felt. They actually went with their feelings. A lot of times जहाँ पर किसी को ये कहा जा रहा है don't cry. I've been one of those kids जिसको कहा जाता है चुप, आवाज़ नहीं आनी चाहिए. जब आपको ये कहा जा रहा होता है उस वक्त जो बड़ा होता है वो या तो गिल्ट फील कर रहा होता है क्योंकि शायद उसने आपको मारा है. नाउ ऐसा नहीं कोई बड़ा आपसे प्यार नहीं करता. He can't make sense of the feeling of guilt that he's going through himself, right? So, and that is very uncomfortable. Now, because he can't make sense, now I have become the disturbance or the trigger for that feeling of guilt. So the moment I stop crying, his guilt trip will stop. He's fine now, right?
Yeah.
It could be that. It could be in a public place. If a kid cries, foreign parents को जाता है यार लोग क्या बोलेंगे हमारा बच्चा इस तरह से behave कर रहा है.
Yeah.
तो उसको छुपा दो, कुछ भी कर दो, just so people can't see. What? Shame. We are humans. हमसे पहले वाली generations भी, हम भी, अगर उन्होंने शेम को नहीं देखा और बाकी 2-4 इमोशंस को बहुत ज़्यादा ओवरलुक किया, फॉरगिव किया, देखा नहीं उनकी तरफ, आई एम श्योर हम लोग भी कोई 1-2 दर्जन सेट ऑफ इमोशंस छोड़ के जाएंगे जिनको हमने देखा भी नहीं होगा. दैट ब्रिंग्स मी टू द पॉइंट दैट ऑथेंटिसिटी इज़ नॉट अ स्टेट दैट यू अचीव. इट्स नॉट अ पॉइंट इन टाइम और अ पॉइंट इन स्पेस कि यार आप पहुँच गए, नाउ यू हैव बिकम ऑथेंटिक. इट्स अ मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट decision or a choice that you make. And it's not easy to be authentic. It takes a lot of energy.
And courage.
It takes a lot of energy to even before you reach to the courage point. Because being authentic means कि यार मैं पहले इस situation को analyze करूँ, सामने वाले बंदे की भी feelings और emotions को ignore ना करूँ, reject ना करूँ, अपनी feelings और emotions को भी reject ना करूँ, दोनों को एक्नॉलेज करते हुए बेस्ड ऑन द सिचुएशन व्हाट इज द राइट थिंग टू डू मैं वो बात करूं, ना कि मैं उसकी XYZ फीलिंग्स को मैनेज करने के लिए अपनी फीलिंग्स को जाने दूं या मैं अपनी XYZ फीलिंग्स को मैनेज करने के लिए उसकी फीलिंग्स को रिजेक्ट कर दूं. ठीक है, या मैं दोनों की फीलिंग्स को एक्सेप्ट तो कर लूं लेकिन सिचुएशन का कुछ ना करूं. सो इट्स अ मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट, सिचुएशन बाय सिचुएशन चॉइस दैट वी मेक. And with that, whatever we do in our life, दोस्तों के साथ, colleagues के साथ, business partners के साथ, family के साथ, बच्चों के साथ, बीवी के साथ, all of these relations will demand a different kind of authenticity from you. A lot of people, because you asked me about myths of authenticity, a lot of people think authenticity means मैं एक ही इंसान लेके हर जगह पे, भाई मैं तो ऐसे ही हूँ, चाहे कोई भी situation हो, कोई भी but that's not what authenticity is. Authenticity is to be autonomous, to be able to identify what is the context I'm in, who is the person that I am in with? What does that context mean to this person? What does it mean to me? And then based on that, am I really bringing out the self that is needed here? Or I'm trying to hide something? Or I'm trying to throw something on the other person? Am I blaming the other person? Am I pleasing the other person? Am I completely ignoring, don't care kya ho raha hai, jo bhi ho raha hai, hone do? That's also not being authentic. Am I not realizing that whatever is happening, how is that affecting the other person and me? Like we can sometimes say to each other, it hurts. I can't help you, right? That's also being authentic.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of doing that, what we do, we're like, no, it's okay. It's going to be fine. Something will happen. Even if we know nothing is going to happen. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes life is not happy. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think the most important part of being authentic is to be able to say, I'm not feeling good. I'm not happy. Yeah. It's okay.
To accept all waves of life.
To accept all waves. And you know what happens? You were talking about it earlier कि यार लोगों से पूछो कहते हैं मैं ठीक हूँ. So this is one time I was visiting Karachi और ईद का दिन था. ईद का दूसरा तीसरा दिन था.
Sorry.
ईद का दूसरा तीसरा दिन था और डिफरेंट लोग आ रहे थे मिलने के लिए मुझसे दोस्त वगैरह आ रहे थे. There was a common theme by the third day. मैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ बैठा हूँ. This is a new set of friends who just arrived. मेरे दोस्त के भी कुछ दोस्त हैं. And I asked them, how was your Eid? And the answer, don't, ससुराल जाओ, इधर जाओ, फिर चाचू के पास जाओ, फिर मामे के पास. यार पूरी ईद ऐसे गुजर जाती है यार, क्या है यार, क्या ज़िंदगी है. I was like, why do you go? यार जाना पड़ता है यार, फिर वो नाराज़ होते हैं. या चले गए थे तो एंजॉय कर लेते. एंजॉय भी नहीं करना, जाना भी नहीं है. And there is nothing wrong with all of this situation other than the fact that this gentleman or these people, they think that for them, it's just going there, making that transaction happen is all that is needed. And perhaps that is only what they are requesting for. But we are spending 2 to 3 days of a festivity season meeting people that we really don't want to meet.
Yeah. I love that you said that. Oh my, because I have I have so much to say about this, right? Because I feel like, but I'm going to wait for the azan. So, welcome back. We took a break. But coming back to what I was saying about what he had said, what Farhan had said, which was, what had you said?
I was talking about तुम excited हुई थी इस बात पे कि like when you like people would go to their relatives and all.
Oh my God, yes, yeah. Thank you. अच्छा, scene बड़ा मजे का होता है. Scene ये होता है कि जो है ना, one thing that I've realized is that and it was like something that I realized starting with myself, right? कि you know कभी कभार हाँ ठीक है आपको family obligations पूरी करनी है, so you have to go to a khala's house or a mamu's house or whoever's house. अब आपने पहले तो अब आपने accept किया कि अच्छा मैंने जाना है, सही है. अब मसला ये होता है हमारे साथ कि जा भी रहे हैं और सड़ भी रही है, ठीक है, like experience हो भी रहा है and we're choosing to not enjoy it, you know. So then the entire time you're there, you are resisting the moment that is happening in front of you. And this thing, it is such an incredible thing that like completely changed my view. ठीक है, I was reading this book. It's by Michael A. Singer. And it's a very beautiful book, but
what's the name?
So it's part 2 of The Untethered Soul. So I forgot what the name of the second part is.
Okay, anyway, go on.
तो उसने बड़ी एक मजे की बात बोली. He said, sorry, why did I apologize to a mic? So he said, you know, every moment, each person, okay, so let's say there's 8 billion people in the world, okay? Yeah. 8 billion people, and each person has one moment that is happening in front of them, right? So for example, Farhan is having a moment right now, and I'm having my own moment right now, right? And I'm experiencing the same thing that we're both experiencing through my own filters, right? He's experiencing it through his filters. The thing that creates suffering in all of us is when I look at this moment and I make it personal. So a moment is just a moment. ठीक है, अगर मैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल नीचे उतरूंगी रोड पे, किसी बंदे की किसी से फ़ोन पे लड़ाई हुई फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है, अब उसकी लड़ाई हुई तो ही इज़ सुपर वर्कड अप अबाउट इट, क्योंकि ही वाज लाइक दिस शुडंट हैव हैपेंड, एंड उस बंदे को गाड़ी ऐसे नहीं चलानी चाहिए थी और ये ऐसे नहीं होनी चाहिए थी और वो ऐसे, इट शुडंट हैव हैपेंड दिस वे.
ठीक है.
When I will look at it, and if I were to look at the same thing, I wouldn't feel so personal about it, right? I would look at it as like a thing that happened. Or for example, if I go to the grocery store and I see someone's ex over there, ठीक है, मैं उसके ex को देखूंगी, मैं बोलूंगी okay cool, like that's just, I wouldn't even register, you know, it'll be like, it'll come in and it'll flow out, right? But if the person जिसका वो बंदा या बंदी ex है वो देखेगा, वहाँ पे your heart closes and you contract, and out of all the moments in your day, that moment sticks with you. अब आपने उस मोमेंट को लेके आगे निकले, आप अपने दोस्त को कॉल की कि oh my god, you won't believe the scumbag I saw, apparently freaking Lucifer shops at, you know, Springs now, और ये वो आपने शुरू कर दी उस मोमेंट की बुराइयाँ, and this shouldn't have happened, and that takes you down an entire spiral of negative energy, negative thoughts, emotions, whatever. And for me, something that is such a big deal for you, for me it's just what? A moment. Because I have no preferences about it. And so he said, the way that we, you know, truly find peace and truly just live a peaceful life is if I can detach myself from moments. So if I can look at each experience as something that is just happening. Not to say कि you know like कोई आपको abuse कर रहा है, कुछ कर रहा है, आप कुछ नहीं बोले, आप बोले हाँ it's something that's happening. No, but like you know, for example, ईद की दावतों में अब आप जा रहे हैं, you feel like okay, you know, for XYZ reason you don't have a choice, okay, you're you know like you're compelled to go, okay, अब आप चले गए ना, so like just look at it as an observer. Look at it with no, like if you take out the I that says, I like this, I don't like this, I want this, I don't want this. And if you can literally just let go of the attachment to everything in life needs to be how I want it to be. So for example, when it's raining outside, ठीक है, the experience is what? बारिश हो रही है. ठीक है, कुछ लोग बोलेंगे ओए ओए बारिश हो रही है, फिट मज़ा आ रहा है, I love the rain, they're so happy about it. And कुछ लोग होंगे वो बोलेंगे अबे यार बारिश हो गई यार, मेरा काम ख़राब हो गया यार, ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है, बारिश नहीं होनी चाहिए थी, ये नहीं होनी चाहिए थी, ये. Whether you enjoy the rain or you hate the rain, बारिश तो होगी. So बारिश is a great analogy for things in our lives that sometimes are just happening, right? In life, we do have a choice in how we respond. We choose what intentions we set, what do we want to, what intentions we set, what do we want to create, how do we want to do things, blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, a significant amount of things in our lives are not in our control. And you just have to accept, like, you know, like, and it sounds so simple to say, right? Okay, you just have to accept कि ये हो रहा है. But it is that resistance to ये ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, ये यूं नहीं होना चाहिए, ये वो नहीं होना चाहिए, that builds up resentment. And then people over time इतनी resentment build हो जाती है कि वो चलते फिरते, you know, like they're like angry birds, right?
Lovely. Yeah.
You like, you know, like you do so much as breathe near them and they're like सांस क्यों ली ऐसे? And you're like, क्या हो गया था? You know, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like this one time I was in a car with somebody, a couple, and you know, the woman, she had forgotten something and it was something very small, right? And it was something that she could have easily gotten, like she called somebody at home and she was like, मुझे picture भेज दो उस चीज़ की. But the man, he completely berated her. And he was like yelling and this and that, blah, 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 blah. For a piece of paper, you know, But none of this happens like overnight. But when we keep resisting moment after moment after moment after moment, हमारे अंदर इतनी रिजेंटमेंट भर जाती है कि हमें हर चीज़ बुरी लगने लग जाती है. यार, इट्स नॉट दैट लाइक यू नो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ईद की जो बात की थी, अब लाइक फरहान सेड, यू नो, इफ यू डोंट वांट टू गो, डोंट गो. ठीक है, या तो जाओ मत. आपने सेम लोगों के साथ 4 दिन नहीं मिलना है. ये हमने यू नो लाइक कल्चरल एक्सपेक्टेशंस एक तो लोगों पे इतनी लगा दी हैं कि यू नो लाइक पीपल आर कॉन्स्टेंटली द होल फ्रीकिंग ईद वीकेंड स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद फैमिलीज जो वो पूरे साल जिनके बारे में बुराइयां कर रहे होते हैं. पूरे साल जो है बुराइयां करेंगे और फिर ईद पे ऐसे मिलेंगे जैसे पता नहीं क्या हो गया. सो दिस इनहेरेंट inauthenticity in just the way that we show up with our relatives, with our friends. I have a friend,
with our colleagues at work.
She was telling me about one of her friends. She's like, you know, that friend of hers has this friends group jo uski na like university ke time se hai, theek hai, and that girl does not like a single person from that group. But those girls meet every week. Why? Because, you know, like if I don't go, then they're gonna, you know, like talk crap about me, ye wo. And it's like everyone is always so concerned कि, you know, मुझे ये चीज़ नहीं करनी. क्यों? क्योंकि यार, you know, like I can't avoid it because what are they going to think? But they don't stop to ask themselves, what do I think about this? And it's like this guy, he said, if I come to your town and I ask you to meet me for coffee, okay? And you have a lot of things on your plate, so you don't have the capacity to meet me for coffee. But then you're like, okay, well, Anna wants to meet for coffee. I have to meet her, you know? And then you end up meeting me. But you don't enjoy it because you didn't want to be there. And then you go home and you're like, yaar, ajeeb Anna ki wajah se mere time zaya ho gaya, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. And at the end you get home and you're not feeling, your social battery is drained.
And also you're not feeling good about Anna.
Exactly. And so that yes that you gave me, it means nothing.
Yep.
Because your yes means nothing.
It means disservice, actually.
I was gonna do a really good quote.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Disservice to my quote. I'm kidding. But your yes means nothing if you don't know how to say no. And most people don't know how to say no.
That's true. That brings us to boundaries.
Boundaries, but also one thing you said earlier. What was the thing you said earlier?
Coping stances.
Coping stances that I wanted to ask you about. What are coping stances? Can you explain them and then tie them to boundaries?
So, drawing from your example, तुमने बारिश वाली बात की कि यार बारिश होती है तो कुछ किसी के लिए वो एक अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस होता है, किसी के लिए इतना अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होता है, कुछ लोग उसको बुरा बोलते हैं. अगर कोई बारिश से वाकई में इफेक्ट हो रहा है किसी भी वजह से, चाहे वो कोई भी रीज़न हो सकता है, उसने कहीं जाना था और वो नहीं जा पा रहा, गरीब आदमी है, उसकी रोज़ी बंद हो रही है बारिश होने की वजह से, he is actually getting affected. Now when that person is affected or stressed, I can't expect that person कि वो बारिश से डिटैच होके या उस प्रॉब्लम से डिटैच होके, because that's the real stress that he's going through, right? So जहाँ पे real stress होता है, stress को manage करने के लिए हर इंसान के coping mechanisms होते हैं या coping stances होते हैं.
One thing I want to say before you go that way. So when I talk about detachment from the experience that's happening in front of you, it does not mean a denial of what you're feeling or a dismissal of it. It means that I feel what I feel. I allow the emotions to come in. I feel them, but then I release them. I don't carry it around with me. I don't turn like a bad mood into a bad life.
I love it. Now this point, I am so glad you made this point. Releasing, right?
Yeah.
That you have to release it. Release करने का जो तरीका होता है उसको coping stance कहते हैं, right? ठीक है. अब release करने के तरीके different होते हैं. एक तरीका होता है उसको release करने का कि उसको बुरा भला बोला जाए, बारिश को बुरा भला बोला जाए, राइट? या वो जो छत से जो पानी टपक रहा है, किराए का घर है, तो मालिक मकान को गालियाँ दी जाए, ये यार ये कैसी छत बनाई है, क्या तरीका है, कब से बोल रहा हूँ छत ठीक करा लो. बेटे की जिम्मेदारी थी अगर छत ठीक कराना बारिश से पहले, तो बेटे के ऊपर गुस्सा हो रहा होगा. सो this is blaming coping stance. Like you are managing your stress by blaming other people or situations. So total 5 इस तरह के coping stances होते हैं. एक होता है people pleasing या placater, blamer, irrelevant, super rational and congruent.
Okay.
ठीक है, तो पहला ब्लेमर जो मैंने बताया, स्ट्रेस आया, सिचुएशन स्ट्रेस है, यू आर नॉट फीलिंग गुड अबाउट इट, यू हैव अ रियल रीजन फॉर नॉट फीलिंग गुड अबाउट इट, राइट? एंड यू स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग whoever comes your way or whatever comes your way in order to manage that stress, to release that stress, right? फिर इसी तरह एक और रिलेशनशिप्स में मोस्टली ये डायनामिक होता है पेरेंट्स और बच्चों के दरमियान के, बच्चों को हमेशा का बताया जाता है कि भाई बड़े बोल रहे हैं चुप करके सुनो और करो, राइट? अब बच्चे को बहुत सारी चीज़ें गलत भी अगर लग रही होती हैं तो उसको तो ये बताया गया भाई चुप करके सुनो, तो बच्चा ये समझ जाता है कि यार उसने मेक श्योर करना है कि वो हर एक को के साथ कॉन्फॉर्म करे, हर एक की बात माने, बिकॉज अगर वो हर एक की बात मान रहा है तो इसका मतलब है उससे सारे खुश हैं, और अगर वो बात से इनकार करेगा तो लोग उसको रिजेक्ट करेंगे, उसको अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेंगे. सो पीपल प्लीजिंग उसका एक बिहेवियर बन जाती है, एक स्ट्रेस मैकेनिज्म बन जाता है. तो जहाँ पे सिचुएशन टफ होती है उसको लगता है कि उसका काम है लोगों को प्लीज करना, उस सिचुएशन से बाहर निकलने के लिए, उस स्ट्रेस को रिलीज करने के लिए. इररेलेवेंट ये है कि भाई बारिश हो रही है, घर के अंदर पानी आ रहा है, फर्नीचर भी गंदा हो रहा है, घर वाले सारे परेशान हैं, खड़े हैं, सोच रहे हैं मैं क्या करूं, और मैं अगर घर का सरबराह हूं या घर का एक मेंबर ही क्यों ना हूं, मैं अपना सामान उठाऊं बोलूं मैं जा रहा हूं खेलने, हैंडल करो. दैट्स इररेलेवेंट. प्रॉब्लम इज देयर, यू आर गेटिंग अफेक्टेड अबाउट इट बट यू चूज टू स्टे इररेलेवेंट.
Like you avoid
देख ही जाएगी, अवॉइड कर लिया, डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर लिया, नम कर लिया अपने आप को, कुछ भी. दिस इज इररेलेवेंस, या दिस इज इररेलेवेंस, राइट? एंड देन यू हैव सुपर रैशनल. सुपर रैशनल में आप कहते हैं यार भाड़ में गया, मैं क्या फील कर रहा हूँ, भाड़ में गया क्या अगला बंदा फील कर रहा है, ये चीज ऐसी है, लॉजिकली ऐसे ही होगा. अगला बोल रहा है यार लेकिन मुझे बुरा फील नहीं, तो मैं बुरा नहीं फील होना चाहिए, देखो ना ये लॉजिकली ठीक है, तुम कैसे बुरा फील कर सकते हो, लॉजिकली गलत होगा तो बुरा फील करना, वरना नहीं फील करना. दैट मीन्स that as if logic has anything to do with feelings. Logic and feelings have nothing to do with each other. And then you have congruent. Congruent के अंदर ऐसा नहीं है जिंदगी हसीन हो जाएगी. ये बिल्कुल ऐसा ही है जिस तरह मैंने पहले कहा था, ऑथेंटिक होने का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप हमेशा खुश रहोगे. कॉन्ग्रुएंट होने का मतलब है आप अपनी फीलिंग्स को भी एक्नॉलेज करो, आपका जो भी लॉस है, स्ट्रेस है, जिसकी जो भी आप फील कर रहे हैं अपने अंदर, नुकसान है, जो भी है, आप उसको एक्नॉलेज करो कि हाँ यार ये है, ठीक है, और इस सिचुएशन में, इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मुझे ये नुकसान हो रहा है, दिस इज हाउ आई एम फीलिंग, एंड ऑल्सो दिस इज हाउ यू आर बीइंग अफेक्टेड बाय अबाउट इट. बट इफ दिस सिचुएशन इज स्ट्रेसफुल, we accept each other's feelings and emotions and how we feel about it. What is the right way to work on this situation while respecting each other's emotions to move it forward, to make it a bit better? Because इंसान के पास इतना ही होता है, कोई भी चीज़ परफेक्ट नहीं हो सकती, हर चीज़ थोड़े थोड़े स्ट्राइड्स लेके इम्प्रूव ही हो रही होती है. इवन इन ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप्स, अगर आप का अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ हमेशा एक सलाम वालेकुम सलाम, कैसे हो, ठीक हो, घर आ गया हूँ, नहीं आया हूँ, खाना खा लिया नहीं खाया, अगर यही वाला रिलेशनशिप है तो एक दिन में ऐसा नहीं होगा कि दीवारें खुल जाएंगी और एकदम से हो यू बिकम बेस्ट बडीज एंड यू आर योर ऑथेंटिक सेल्फ. बट मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके when you start communicating what you feel, when you start communicating what you need, when you start actually telling you're not feeling good, you know, it is so liberating and empowering for the other person. Especially I do that with a lot of my friends, family members. I try to meet them alone other than meeting them in group.
Me too.
Right? Because when I meet them alone, I sit with them and I say, bro, लसन लगे हुए हैं यार, ये भी हो गया है, वो भी हो गया है, but चलो ये अच्छा हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है. Like I go ahead and I tell like life as it is without any filtering, right? Presenting the bad stuff as well without being worried कि यार ये बोरिंग ना हो जाए. But what follows next 98% of the times is just amazing because the other person sort of, you know, eventually takes a long breath and goes like, ये चल रहा है यार, किसी को नहीं पता, right? I'm worried, I'm stressed, लेकिन किसी को नहीं पता, बहुत लेसन लगे हुए हैं, you know. Then you realize कि यार ऐसा नहीं है कि लोग vulnerable नहीं होना चाहते, लोग खुलना नहीं चाहते, लोग authentic नहीं. हर बंदा ये सोच रहा है कि अगर वो हो गया तो अगला उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा, जबकि द मोमेंट यू डू, अगला शायद थोड़ी देर तो रेजिस्ट कर ले, लेकिन ये इतना बेसिक ह्यूमन नीड है, बिलोंगिंग, कनेक्शन, दैट ओनली हैपेंस when two people meet each other authentically. It's such a basic human need that when you try to leave it out in the world, there are people who look at it and they would take it and
receive it.
they would respond back. They want to.
This story goes back to, I think, 2022. Okay? 2022, it was early 2022, probably Feb or something. I met somebody, okay, for coffee. And this person, this guy, he was like, he was 33 maybe, okay? 33, super well established in his life, okay? Matlab, you know, like, वो जो कहते हैं ना checklist guy, उसका अपना business है, he like mashallah earns like in millions, right? Travels around the world, first class. You look at his Instagram, it's like isse khush to koi hoga hi nahi, you know? And wo banda, like, you know, like, and when we spoke as well, milne se pehle, to usne mujhe yehi bataya ke, you know, like, oh, like, you know, I'm this, I'm that, and you know, like this whole grand self-image or whatever. I was like, bet, okay. So we go and we're having coffee and we're talking and he asked me, he was like, about my work. I love my work, you know? So whenever I talk about my work, my eyes light up. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Ye hai, wo hai. Aur meri shakal dekh rahe, kehte, so you enjoy what you do? And I was like,
yeah.
You don't? तो वो कहता है कि ना, कहते हैं यार, you don't live for the weekends? I was like, no, like, what does the weekend have that the week doesn't? You know, every day is so special to me. And he goes like, man, I hate my life. He's like, I get through the entire week just to drink and you know, like, do drugs and this and that over the weekend. Taaki bas phir khalas, like, I can get through the next 5 days.
Yeah.
And I travel just so that I can, you know, like, escape my reality. And I found it so, like, you know, like, it's so profound because you hear the same conversation and it's 2024 now, and it's been like, what, 2.5 years since I had this conversation, and I've probably had this same conversation with
so many other people,
like at least over 100 people, if I'm being, like, you know, conservative.
Yeah.
Ke everyone is looking for ways to escape reality. And the truth is that, you know, बस ये सब escape का, you know, मकसद क्या है यार, ताकि दूसरों को पता ना चले कि मैं अंदर से खुश नहीं हूँ. किसी को पता ना, like, I don't want to be found out, you know. And I realized that even, like, for example, when I was growing up, and, you know, I had my fair share of depression. But the common theme for me... Huh?
No.
I stopped growing up. That's it. 25 for life. तो जब मैं छोटी थी, बहुत ज़्यादा, इनकी नज़र में तो obviously अभी भी छोटी हूँ. ये तो 59.
I was waiting for that.
By the way, how old do you guys think he is? Comment. Usman, आपको क्या लगता है कितने साल के? Usman is our, you know, master cameraman.
Thank you, Usman. I love you.
Usman?
बस अब बताना मत.
अच्छा, मैं नहीं बता सकती. Fine.
लेकिन ये कट कर देना. ये इसको बीप कर देना.
हाँ, ठीक है. इसको बीप करने से तो गलत है.
नहीं, बट फिर भी स्केल मिल गया ना कि ये तो गलत है और मैं थैंक यू बोल रहा हूँ. हाँ, right.
So just beep it out, okay? Don't crop it. But anyways, अच्छा, सीन ये होता है कि train of thought चली जाती है. क्या बोल रही थी मैं?
मैं तुम्हें बोल रहा तुम.
I know. So when I was way littler than I am now. तो खैर, I was super depressed, right? और मुझे लगता था कि, you know, I am the only person in the world who feels this way, because I would look out and I would see my friends at school and I would see everyone else and I would say, you know, they seem to have it good, right? And everyone seems to be so happy. And so because in my head it was like, wait, if they weren't happy, they would say it, right? अगर लोग खुश नहीं होंगे तो बोलेंगे जरूर, मगर कोई बोलता ही नहीं है, तो शायद मैं ही हूँ पागल. And then, you know, as life is, you know, it's remarkable to me how God works. So what happened was, you know, eventually I became a coach, and now I'm starting to talk to people, and हर दूसरे बंदे की जो है ना पैक हुई हुई है
ऐसे ही
कोई खुशी नहीं है. And so I realized that the greatest delusion we have is that we are the only ones going through what we're going through. Because no matter what your story is, no matter who you are, what you've been through, I promise you, there is someone else who has been through the exact same thing in their own way. क्योंकि मैं जब अब लोगों के साथ काम करती हूँ, and alhamdulillah, I've been doing it for 3.5 years now. So, you know, it's so profound because every time someone goes like, this is what I'm going through, I'm like, oh my God, I've walked a similar road. And in abhi to coaching shuru karne se pehle, like the first thing I do, right, is jab koi mujhe batata hai na ki, you know, like this is what I'm having, ye wo. And if I can relate to it, I just share my version of the story and how I went through a similar thing or whatever. And in that moment, I'm not selling to them. I'm not, you know, like telling them to be like, koi nahi. It's a moment of raw human connection.
Yeah.
It's a moment where they are like, wait a minute,
Heard.
someone, they feel seen and heard.
They feel seen and heard.
And they're like, wait, so I'm not crazy. I'm not like, there's nothing wrong with me. Like, hamare yahan itna bada ek, like I hear so many people say this and I absolutely don't, you know, like appreciate it, but they'll be like, you know, oh, I need to be fixed, or this person in my life needs to be fixed. Nobody needs to be fixed. We're not broken. We're just disconnected.
We're disconnected because we, like, everything that we're doing in our lives is just based on an expectation of what it is supposed to be. So we chase perfection and we demand perfection. As adults, we demand perfection from kids. When those kids, when they grow up, they realize, because they're living in their bodies, they know that there is no imperfection, but they've been told to still appear perfect. So they start to think that, oh, they have to patch up all their imperfections.
But even the adults, when they're relentlessly, you know, berating their young ones for being imperfect or whatever, wo kyun kar rahe hain? It's because they're projecting their own insecurities, right? So everyone is walking around just disconnected. Like authenticity is our way back home. It is the way back to, you know, a healed and coherent and a society where love is cherished and people are, you know, Hands doing a little dance, but people are, people feel safe, and people feel safe to be themselves. And when I say themselves, it means, you know, all colors and all shades and all brightnesses, all dark or all light, all of you, which means that when you're going through a storm, you don't, you know, like, plaster a smile on your face and go like, yeah, life's good. Because, like, for example, the reason I wrote my first book, right? It's called The 23-Year-Old Life Coach. It's just my story. And one of my friends, he asked me when I was writing it, he's like, tum ho kaun? Like, you know, like, it was like a very like funny thing for him. Ke, oh, like, Anna, like, nobody cares about, like, what are you like? You know, tum kaun sa Chandler Bingo? You know, like, why do you need to write a story about your life? And I said, because I would have loved to read a story about an ordinary person. हम लोग जब जो लोग अपनी life stories लिखते हैं, they're you know, like, very well known people, and when you read you know, like, it's for sure very inspirational, right? आप बड़े inspire होते कि यार अच्छा इसने ऐसे start किया था, अभी ऐसे है वैसे है, उसकी पूरी decades पूरी जिंदगी के उस book में होते हैं, और हाँ ज़रूर inspiring होते हैं, but you know, it's also a little disconnecting because there's a part of you that's like, okay, but इससे ना, like, या तो time change हो गया,
plastered भी होते हैं,
plastered तो होता है, but also, like, you know, in your mind it's that it's
बहुत
ज़्यादा like, you know, it took you so long. Like, you look at the entire journey, right? और आप बस उसमें से like highlights देख रहे होते हैं. So my intention was, अच्छा. So my intention was कि यार, I'm not a freaking star. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a nobody. I'm just a 23-year-old life coach. And I felt so alone when I went through the stuff that I went through, and I don't want anybody else to feel that way. So if one person reads that book, and the best part about it is that when I finally launched it and people started reading, you know, every single person who read that book, you know what they said to me? I feel like you wrote about me.
Wow.
And it wasn't like, it was just my story. And it was just my honest, raw thoughts and my feelings and you know, like things that I wish I could say to somebody and I wish I could be heard. And everyone was like, I feel exactly the same way. Like I thought I was the only one. And in that moment, it was the realization that, man, that is it. Like that is the, you know, that is the disconnect in the world that normal people, ordinary people like you and I, we don't come up and we don't share our stories.
We don't actually share the true story, yeah.
And so we just see
their
celebrities
assumptions about our stories. Even if they meet us in real life, they have their own versions about
that's
ye
exactly.
karke yahan tak pahunche honge.
Exactly.
Acha ye hoga inke saath, you know.
Because one of the first things I wrote in, I think it was the first chapter maybe, or in the introduction. Okay, you know, jab main like when I was like maybe like early teenage or, you know, mid teenage or whatever, what really made me angry, and I say angry, right, was the fact that everyone used to see me as a happy-go-lucky person. Okay? And the reason it made me angry was not because of the fact that they saw me as a happy-go-lucky person, but it made me angry because I didn't think that I could ever show another part of myself. So I was going through my sister's death and I was going through so much trauma, but when I would walk into a room, I would be the sunshine, you know, and I would light it up, and I felt so alone and so miserable. And I was like, for 3 years of my life, I wanted to end my life. I was extremely suicidal, but you couldn't tell. I was extremely insecure, but if you met me, you would say, man, is bandi se zyada confident to koi ho hi nahi sakta.
बाहर से इस तरह
exterior इतना decorated होता है, but आप घर के अंदर आते हैं, आप बोलते हैं ये क्या है, कबाड़ खाना है, you know. And it was that, and so then I started realizing when I started doing this work that everyone's like this.
Yep.
And so the work really, for me, that I see, and I think maybe it's similar for you, is just to create a safe space for people, to create, or, you know, to play our part in building a world where, or a society, a community, whatever, where people feel safe to say, I'm not okay, and that's okay.
That's okay.
I'm going through something, and that's okay.
We can sit with the discomfort, and that's fine.
You know, because and it took me a very, like, you know, up until, like, I think this year especially is when I finally like you know, worked on those shadows within myself. क्योंकि मुझे याद है कोच तो मैं बन गई शुरू में से, ये 22 साल की थी, कोच बन गई, ठीक है, टोनी रॉबिन्स का इवेंट किया, बड़ी पम्प्ड अप, एनर्जाइज्ड, पॉजिटिव, ये वो, मैंने बोला हाँ भाई दुनिया बदलूंगी. उसके बाद उसके कोई 6 महीने बाद आई थिंक मेरी डिवोर्स हुई थी. अब डिवोर्स हुई मेरी, एंड you know, I had been through an entire year of a lot of trauma, right? But divorce होते ही मैंने अपने ऊपर ये expectation रखी कि यार मैं तो कोच हूँ, मैंने तो ये सब पढ़ लिया है, so I need to, like, you know, I need to be grateful and I need to see the bright side, and I can't be upset about this thing because this is a good thing. So I went from toxic negativity to toxic positivity, right? And मुझे याद है कि I was so uncomfortable with my emotions कि अगर, if I would be feeling a certain way, right? If I'm, for example, feeling sad or angry or whatever, I'd be like, okay, how can I be positive right now? I swear to God, like मैं ना gratitude की वो audios लगा के बैठती, हाँ, yeah, no. Authenticity means honoring it all and saying that, you know,
this is
मैं coach second हूँ, मैं इंसान पहले हूँ.
This is a situation that is.
It is. And it, like, you know, sometimes when I look back, I'm like, babe, like, you were going through so much.
Yeah.
Why did you think that You know, you had
You're
to
not
put
supposed to
that.
feel
You're
anything.
not supposed. I was working like 16 hours every day, and I was glorifying my, you know, like
Long
my
working hours.
incompetence in accepting my humanness, and that is like, you know. That is why I wrote my second book this year, and which I will be launching very soon, inshallah. But it's called How Long Will You Run? The intention with that book, and I think I'll do a second episode about this, but just want to share कि intention ये है कि यार अब पता चल गया है कि भाई हम inauthentic हैं, पता चल गया है कि ये society का state है. What do we do? How do we go about it? What's
think-
next?
एक चीज़ जो बहुत ज़्यादा बोली जाती है, हर बंदा ही बोल रहा होता है, ख़ासतौर पे मेंटल एंड स्पिरिचुअल स्पेस के अंदर बात की जाती है सेल्फ अवेयरनेस की. ऑफ कोर्स एवरीथिंग स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम देयर. सेल्फ अवेयरनेस का मतलब ये है, अभी मैं थोड़ी देर पहले कोपिंग स्टाइल्स की बात की है, कोई भी सिचुएशन होती है उसके अंदर दो लोग होते हैं या दो से ज़्यादा लोग होते हैं, एक सिचुएशन होती है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट होता है. द एबिलिटी एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग टू बी एबल टू रीड, अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्टेक्स्ट, बी एबल टू understand what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, how other person might be affected by this situation. This requires a lot of self-awareness and a lot of skill. So सबसे पहले तो वो चीज़ है कि यार, like the fact that we need to be aware of our own actions and behaviors is still an awareness that has to come to a lot of people. So that's one. और उस awareness में सबसे बड़ा barrier क्या है कि जब पूरी ज़िंदगी हमारे पेरेंट फिगर्स कह लो, इट कुड बी एन एल्डर ब्रदर, एन एल्डर सिस्टर, पेरेंट्स, अगर आप लड़की हैं पाकिस्तानी मुआशरे में तो इट कुड बी एनीवन इन द होम.
अगर नहीं मैं हूँ,
टॉकिंग टू द ऑडियंस, तो जितने भी लोग हैं लड़की से बड़े हैं घर पे, चाहे वो बड़ी बहन हो, भाई हो, दे आर ऑल हर पेरेंट फिगर्स, राइट? सो बेसिकली यू आर ग्रोइंग अप एज अ किड, never actually getting a chance to have the autonomy to read the situation and actually acknowledge what you feel, because it does not matter as long as you're growing up, and be able to actually take the responsibility of the situation and do what is needed. Now that's a huge skill. If you entered into your adulthood, nobody actually allowed you to do that, you're going to struggle with authenticity.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, there weren't any parent figures. There wasn't any suppression of the person or the kid. But somehow maybe the life itself was so traumatic that the kid never got a chance to be a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe he had to adult, or
Grow up
she
too
had.
soon.
A lot of our elder brothers and sisters are like that, by the way. हमारे बड़े बहन भाई.
Yeah.
बहुत सारे बड़े बहन भाई हैं जिनको कभी मौका ही नहीं मिला जिंदगी में
बच्चा होने का.
बच्चा होने का.
Yeah.
तो उनके केस में क्या हुआ? They had to become super rational.
Yeah. Yeah.
बिकॉज अगर वो सुपर रैशनल नहीं होते तो उनका बच्चा होना तो बहुत सारी सिचुएशन में डिमांड, लाइक दे शुडंट बी इन दैट सिचुएशन, टेकिंग द डिसीजंस, डीलिंग द सिचुएशन दैट इज in their face.
Yeah.
But they have to, because perhaps they don't have any other option. So even in those cases, okay, we call it bravery. That kid grows up and we say, oh, ये तो शेर है, ये है, ये वो है. But we don't realize how much of his own emotions, feelings,
It's a glorification of
needs
trauma.
were suppressed, and that must have traumatized that
Yeah.
person. And so whether you are in that part of the spectrum or in the other side of the spectrum, whatever side of spectrum you are in, it all starts with self-awareness. First of all, you need to know yourselves to really be able to put out the real self in front of the world. And the second most important thing is vulnerability,
Yeah.
which is the glue to every connection,
Yeah.
right? Be
I
it
think we
any
need to do an
connection.
episode on vulnerability
We
next.
should.
We should.
Yeah, it'll be amazing.
But I think let's keep it till here for today. What is one advice or takeaway or just anything that you would want to give to anyone listening? Just one thing you would want them to like leave them with.
If you think you are not different, if you think you're not weird, think again. Find your weirdness, enjoy it, and keep embracing the new weirdness that keeps coming along the way. Because if you're really truly living life at your fullest, you will never have the same set of weirdnesses and behaviors and whatever choices. Life will change. You will learn. You will grow, and you'll grow out of some things. You'll grow into some things. So part of being self-aware does not have to be really, traumatic or troublesome or an experience जिसमें आपको जो है वो कब्रिस्तान में जाके जो है वो कुछ कोई अमल करना होगा. No, you can really take life playfully.
Yeah.
Let yourself let yourself express a bit of more of yourself. Pick the places where you can do that, because you can't do that all of the time. It's a skill, it's a practice. Maybe that one friend, maybe a couple of friends, and try to be more in such spaces where you're allowed to express more. Try to be less in those spaces where you're restricted more, because once you start to open up yourself, you can easily go to any space, regardless of how that space is, because by that time you would be comfortable in your own skin. You would be comfortable in the skill of authenticity. But if you really want to live life of authenticity with genuine human connections, start with picking few of them in your existing life and start building that kind of connection with them and build on that.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Love that.
What would you advise?
I would actually say something very similar, which is, dude, be weird. Like, do the weird thing, you know? Formal people, like, I cannot. Like, you know, if you're all formal and like you're caring about whatever, dude, it's just life. Be playful, do whatever, you know, comes naturally to you. Be impulsive, be spontaneous. Yes, it's great to plan, but be okay with those plans falling apart. Yes, it's okay. It's needed and required for you to have it together in some spaces, but also find moments of joy and laughter and unseriousness in the midst of all chaos, because that is how we literally, sometimes healing isn't in a therapy room. Sometimes healing is when you're sitting across from a friend and you just said something, you just said the dumbest thing ever, and you fall down laughing and you realize in that moment, wow, what a privilege to have this. So look at each moment with childlike wonder, and stay tuned for my second book. But thank you so much for tuning in.
She has
so
mentioned
much
my
love.
name in it. Look for that as well.
Thank you so much for tuning in. So much love. And inshallah, I'll see you guys in the next episode of The Anna Show. This should be a podcast. Thank you, Farhan, for coming.
Thank you very much.
And flying out from Riyadh for this episode.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.